I'm Kelly Parks of Comwaters Cloud Accounting, and today I want to show you my disengagement workflow. I use Financial Sense for my workflow app, and so I just want you to see the steps and stages. You can put this into other ones, but I want you to get the idea of what the disengagement workflow looks like. So client tasks go out to sign our disengagement contract. Every disengagement is certainly different, so we need to make sure that we get that ready, and then I would put a link in here under the client tasks. And if they have any last outstanding invoices, get those in so those invoices are paid as well. We need to get the contract sent. We need our outstanding balances paid. And then what is happening with the client? Every single event is going to be different. So have a list of what the possibilities look like so that you and your team are ready for what needs to happen next, because really how they're leaving you, why they're leaving you, is the start of all of the tasks that are going to fall next in line. It also has a little bit to do with the disengagement contract as well. Are you going to get workflows to somebody else? Are you going to have to communicate with another accounting professional? So make sure you know why they're leaving and have a list of if this, then that scenarios of what you do and possible templated contracts in case of what happens in that. And then we need to complete the client work, final transactions, clear bank feeds. Is there other work to be done? Final payroll. Again, other work that may fall in line after payroll. And then payroll considerations. What's going to happen with payroll on this? Do you have to reactivate it for the client, produce T4s, cancel payroll? What's going to happen here? Then do a manager file review. Make sure that that file is clean as you can get it before you close it out or send off the final reports to anybody. So make sure that everything is all done and cleaned up as if somebody else is going to lay eyes on it, and you don't want to be embarrassed by the condition of that file if it is under your control at all. Then these are the reports that need to be exported. You can do them as either Excel, PDF, or both. Generally, the general ledger I want as an Excel file, but everything else can be a PDF. Then export some lists. If this is on you, start exporting the lists. Bank rules included, up to you if you're going to leave bank rules in place or what you're going to do. And then are there any other tasks that you need, any other exports that you need to do? Okay, so app best practices, 100%. Any apps that you have added to QuickBooks Online, disconnect those apps before you are removed as a user in QuickBooks. Once you are removed, you cannot disconnect those apps. If you connected them, you will stay in the audit trail as showing up as doing work in the files. So make sure that you disconnect all the apps from QBO. And then what are you going to do? Are you going to cancel and rehome Dext or HubDoc? This basically applies to any of the apps that you are using with them. What's going to happen with those apps? Manage the share folder and making sure stuff is going to the clients. For me, I want my disengagements to be as painless as possible. So I have things going back to my clients in real time. If they supply us stuff and it goes into Dext, Dext is actually and HubDoc are connected to a client folder that they control so that they always have their source documents going back to them in real time. I don't need to get them anything. It's the same thing with reports. Reports are auto emailed to them into their Dext or HubDoc account. So there's a set of backup reports that goes out every week or every month, depending on the size of the client. Those are going into their Dext account and they are being downloaded into a folder that clients control. So I don't really have to get those reports for posterity to them, the 7 years worth of reports. And it's pretty important that that stuff goes back to them, especially if they're going to cancel the QuickBooks file. Then getting QBO, again, app disconnect is so one of the things I also do is AR is BCCing into HubDoc or Dext and then downloading into a folder that they control. So that's already looked after. My outcome, again, is for it to be quick and painless so that it's more respectful and not having to get stuff back to them slowly or ask them to come back to you looking for things. So make sure that stuff that they need is going somewhere that they will have control of it. Unautomate the bank rules. I know a lot of us sit on the fence about whether to delete bank rules. I'm going to leave that as your personal choice, but at the very least, I would unautomate those bank rules. And you can do that as a backed action. Just make sure that things aren't going in unchecked if there's a gap, or maybe the next person who's going to do the books does not want automated transactions. And then rehome or cancel that QuickBooks subscription if you manage it. Otherwise, just make sure that they are getting you out of it. And then a note needs to go to the client to remove you as a user. And then there's a reason why they need to do that. Although now I believe we can remove ourselves as a user from QuickBooks. And then there is wrapping it all up. So change shared folder access, give them a deadline, confirm that they have everything that they need, send the farewell email, and then close out all access, and then remove password details from your password management app or your practice management vault. Okay, so I'm Kelly Parks of Calm Waters Cloud Accounting.